I was working for a landscape company in 1989, and I had an opportunity to go with my brother-in-law at the time. His father died, and we started Laytonsville Turf Farm. I met with a very prominent local contractor shortly after we went into business. He took me for a ride in his car, and he had a farm on the side, and all we talked about was farming. And when I got out of the car, he asked me when we could start. And that was Concrete General Carl Miller, and he really gave us a foot up. We went to work for him within a couple days, and that was really our bread and butter, was contractors, road work, and schools for a lot of years. And then we was able to work our way back into farming, and that has grown over the years to where we do very little off-site work. We've been able to get back to farming and make a decent living at it. Now, I have participated in state and national organizations to try to learn, but each state is absolutely different in how you can grow turf. In fact, we've got several locations, and every location is different. Here in Montgomery County, Maryland, and in Maryland in general, I mean, most things are no-till. And we first started out, we was working ground just like the rest of the sod farmers and making it powder, and we find a rain come along and wash it out. And that didn't work well, so we just kept learning till we got to the point where we integrated other commodity crops in. We grew soybeans and wheat, and we found we could plant right behind that combine, especially with soybeans, with very minimal to no tillage, and it just worked. In Maryland and Montgomery County ground, we've gone to as close as you can get probably to a no-till sod farm. We will rotate tillage radishes and those kind of things in to break up the soil, but it works for us, and it works on this soil to do it that way. We are close to Washington, we're close to Annapolis, we're close to Frederick, close to Baltimore. That's been a big part of our sod business, but we're also close to that political atmosphere, and I do find myself in Annapolis. I think Montgomery County has got an ag reserve that this farm is in, 93,000 acres plus or minus. It's farmers fought it when it first come around because it took a lot of equity away from their land. You cannot build but one house on 25 acres, and you're pretty fortunate to get that done. So, but that kept the pressure off, the rooftops out. So there's a lot of very successful farmers in Montgomery County, and a lot of them are doing big acreage, which is surprising to most people. But it has been an atmosphere where farming has been able to grow. Maryland passed a bill here very recently, a solar bill that's going to override our county zoning. And we really don't know what effect that's going to have, but it is not going to be good on farming. We have survived because it's farmer and farmer. When you bring in a commercial business, it's going to upset that balance terribly, to where this is probably the biggest threat that the Ag Reserve has faced since 1980 when it was formed. My philosophy is to just try to look at every year is different. There's nothing you can do about the weather but work with it. We've got some soybeans right now that really need that post-spraying, but it's just too wet out there. It's hard to keep out of the field when it's too wet. But and we've had some great farmers in the neighborhood here. I mean, farmers are great about letting you learn. I belong to a farmers club that we meet once a month, and there's a lot of exchange of ideas there. So when you can listen to some of the guys that know what they're doing and try to learn where you can, I think I learn something every day. One of the main things I learn is I don't know as much as I should know, but I try to pick it up. I tell my children, if you can find something that you enjoy and can make a decent living at it, you better go for it, because you're going to do a lot of it. So you better enjoy what you're doing. If you can make a living, that's a plus. I am very humbled at the award. I look at, and I know several people that have gotten it. One of them is Drew Stabler right across the driveway here. And he's just an icon in Montgomery County, an innovator. And many times he's come up my driveway and given me advice, whether you ask for it or not, and I've always appreciated it. I don't always take it, but I can learn from those guys, and to be a part of that group is just beyond humbling. I just don't have words for it, but it is, I'm very excited about it and humbled by it.